Hello. Today I'm gonna be talking a little bit about veganism. Seeing as it's Veganuary, which is like this new trend that people are doing a challenge of following a vegan diet for the month of January to, I guess, like see how it goes and see how they can deal with it and do their little part of good this year. So yeah, I'm gonna be just going through a couple of questions, just to explain why I went vegan and some resources that really helped me to get informed about veganism and stuff like that. So the first question is what made me go vegan, and it was definitely like a combination of things. I had already been a vegetarian for 3.5 years. But then every time that I would watch like a movie or read a book about it, like I knew that I wanted to be vegan, but I just hadn't made the change yet. And every time I'd see a video of an animal being mistreated in a farm factory or something like that, I just felt really bad for that I was contributing to this industry. So then one day I watched this movie called Cowspiracy, and I watched it with my boyfriend, and that was like 8 months ago now. And then from that day, it really helped that he also decided to go vegan. So yeah, from that day, we've both been vegan. And I've been vegan once before, 2 years ago, for half a year as well. But then I had like an iron deficiency and whatever. My parents just really wanted me to like eat some fish to get like back into balance with that. But this year I know about the diet part of it and everything, so it's been going really well. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stop being vegan anytime soon, at least. Who knows? But yeah, so the movie Cowspiracy definitely showed me, because it basically explains how the only like true path to sustainability is to become vegan, sorry. um, and yeah, also I started to really like realize that I didn't care any less for a cow or a pig or any animal than I do for a dog and a cat. So it just didn't make sense to me that I was petting and keeping one in my house and caring for it, and then eating the other and torturing it essentially. So it didn't line up with my values anymore, so then I just couldn't ignore it anymore. Anyway, so the next question is like who inspires me to be vegan, and like vegan activists, books and movies basically. Um, and my favorite activist by far is this guy called Earthling Ed on Instagram. If you don't follow him, you really should. He's amazing. Um, he went vegan like I think 7 years ago or something, and since then he's been a really full-on activist, doing lectures at loads of universities and like touring all around the world to do lectures about veganism. And also he has a YouTube channel that just really explains really logically and clearly why vegans don't eat every product. Like he does like an in-depth video on fish, on honey, even on pigs, on backyard eggs and everything like that. So if you're ever confused, like, oh, why do vegans not eat like backyard eggs, for example, then you could head over to his YouTube channel, and he just explains it really clearly, which definitely really I admire that, and it's really helped me as well to like stick to the vegan diet. When it comes to movies that inspire me, it's been Cowspiracy, the one that I said before, which shows like the sustainable living part and how veganism like clocks in with that. Then when it comes to health and your own body and how the vegan diet affects your overall health, it's Forks Over Knives. That's like really mind opening, and it's got like loads of links towards cancer, and it just shows loads of studies that have like proved how a vegan diet is really got loads of health benefits. And then one that exposes the suffering endured by animals in factory farms, research labs, and loads more, is Earthlings. That one's really heavy. Like if it like from I didn't watch it because I watched like the first 5 minutes and then I was like, I'm already vegan, like why am I putting myself through this? Because it is really intense, and it's shot after shot after shot of different animals in the factory farms and how they are suffering, and it's just really in your face. So if you're someone who know you want to become vegan, but you just can't connect those chicken nuggets in front of you with the chickens in the farm because you just can't really see how they're living, and you just need that really in your face image to be like, okay, no, I don't want to participate for that, then I definitely recommend that one. But have your tissues ready because, yeah, it makes you cry a little bit. Then the next question is, do I miss meat? And I used to miss meat, like for the first year, I would say. Like more the flavor, obviously, but I still didn't want to eat it. But now, when I see meat, it really disgusts me, to be honest, because I don't really see it any different as like dog meat or cat meat. It just doesn't seem like human food to me, so it just kind of seems like a dead animal. So no, I don't miss meat anymore. And I do miss like cheese and stuff sometimes, but you've got like amazing replacements for that. And if I miss like the taste of meat as well, the replacements are incredible nowadays, like the chicken, the burger. I feel like you have vegan replacements for everything. So if I ever do crave some like an animal product flavor, then I just have a replacement. Then the next question is like, what's my biggest challenge? Sorry. What's my biggest challenge with being vegan? One of them is like when I tell people that I'm vegan and they begin to explain to me like reasons why they're not vegan, and it feels like they feel the need to like show me like their excuses, and I just feel bad because I'm like, no, like it's fine, like you do whatever you want, you don't need to explain to me or give me reasons to not be vegan. Like I'm not judging you, and I'm sure like if you truly do want to be vegan one day, then you'll get there, but like everyone does it in their own time, and I just don't want people to feel like they have to explain themselves to me. And something that I used to struggle with quite a lot as well, but now that I'm like more informed and just, I don't know, better at it, was when people would start to give me like really silly arguments, like saying like, oh, but don't like plants have feelings and stuff like that. But now I just kind of laugh at it or just ignore it. Or another one is like, I would often get people saying like, if you were living on an island, if you were stranded on an island and there was like a cow, would you eat it? And it's just doesn't really make sense because I'm not stranded on an island, so I don't really need to do that. And at the end of the day, if you're stranded on an island and there's even like a dead human body, you'd probably end up eating it rather than dying. So it just doesn't make sense since I've got supermarkets surrounding me and I will never really be in that situation, I think. Anyway, the last question is my like a couple tips that I would give you if you're trying to be vegan or like are interested in it, or just getting through the Veganuary month. And yeah, so my first tip would be just research about it and watch movies that inform you, read books, follow Instagram pages with like diet tips and like where you get your protein and which supplements you should take and stuff like that. My second tip is, if you're thinking of going vegan, but you're like, oh, but I can't live without cheese, let's say, or I can't live without ice cream or bacon or whatever, first of all, try the replacement for it. Maybe that will solve it. And second of all, just follow a vegan diet, but allow yourself to eat that one product that you can't live without, and that's already a huge step forwards. And then maybe eventually you will be able to stop eating the last product as well. Then my another tip is try and find someone who you can start this challenge with, because that really helps, just having someone who supports you and is going through the same struggles as you are, and yeah, just having like a buddy to communicate with. At least that really helped me really stick to the vegan diet this time, just the fact that my boyfriend's vegan and like we cook vegan food together, and it's just a lot more fun if you have someone supporting you and going through it together. Another tip is, the last tip is find like recipe websites or buy even a recipe book with vegan recipes, because that way you can get inspired for vegan cooking and learn more how to make more interesting vegan dishes, because trust me, vegan food is not just green salads. There's like incredible vegan food. And yeah, one of my favorite websites is called The Simple Veganista. That one's really good. A YouTube channel that I follow as well with vegan recipes is called Pickuplimes. And then lastly, a chef that I follow who has like many recipe books. He's called Ottolenghi. He doesn't do only vegan recipes, like he does meat and everything, but if you look up online like his vegan recipes, they're amazing as well, and I find them delicious. They're like very Middle Eastern style, and yeah, I eat from his recipes at least 3 times a week. So yeah, those were my tips on veganism and just a little bit of information. I hope that I taught you something or made you realize something. And yeah, if you're doing the veganuary thing, it's a great thing to do, and you should be really proud of yourself, because it's quite hard to like break such a big habit in your life of eating animal products. And not just eating, right? It's also leather and most makeup products, cream products, everything. So it's quite a drastic change. But yeah, if you do it, it's so satisfying. I'm also so grateful that I can be vegan and that I have the resources around me, and yeah, I think it's a privilege, and once you realize that, then it's really a great thing to be vegan, and I don't think you'll turn back anymore. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I wish you the best of luck with Veganuary. Bye bye!